Uindy is putting on a special performance tonight.
The Uindy's men's basketball team found themselves in a dangerous situation on Sunday when their team bus caught on fire.
And an American flag was hung upside down in Yosemite in protest with Trump's recent firings. All this and more on Uindy TV News.
Uindy TV News starts now.
Good evening, I'm Vanessa Sanchez.
And I'm Mia Lemkule.
To start off, Uindy School of Business recognized 5 alumni at its Outstanding Business Alumni Award celebration. Honorees included Rebecca from Quintana, Timothy Harris II, Jeffrey Mitchell, Deborah Ross, and Jeff Horley Jr. Everyone recognized has made significant contributions in their fields, from finance and accounting to global business and technology. Uindy celebrates their achievements and impact on the business world.
Dr. Laura Wilson received the May Writes the Wall Leadership Award. This honor recognizes individuals who excel in their field and are leaders in their community. As an associate professor of political science at the University of Indianapolis, Dr. Wilson reflects on her impact. She said, "I am incredibly grateful that I have the opportunity to impact the lives of my students and our community and hopefully help shape the way they think and feel about politics in a more positive way."
The Uindy Theater Department performed their second annual Cafe Cabaret. The performances ranged from a Noel's Lament drag performance, a boba monologue, dramatic reading of an email, acting scenes, stand-up comedy, a singing chess game, and piano playing. There were 15 performances this year from comm majors, psychology majors, history majors, and more. If you missed it this year, this opportunity will be back next year.
Uindy Pride is hosting a special performance tonight. Reporter Kendall Pearson with the story.
Drag shows are all about expressing yourself, and an organization on campus makes it their priority to ensure students feel safe to do so. Uindy Pride is hosting their yearly drag show this Friday.
So it's titled Existence is Resistance because I think it seems like a very simple term, but it's really something that can actually be really useful. I think a lot of the time, a lot of people want to kind of dampen our identity.
Though such a simple title, Eden explains that existing is the best form of resistance.
You don't have to do all this stuff. You don't have to be a super powerful person to make a change. You can literally just be who you are confidently and make a safe space for other people, and that's your form of resistance. So I think we just wanted to make that kind of a main star of Uindy Pride, but also the drag show.
Eden explained that the LGBTQ+ community is often harshly judged and not easily accepted, which only fuels their fire more.
Because I think drag is so integral to the LGBTQ community. It's so rooted in our history, and so especially now, there's a lot of politically charged kind of movements to limit drag and kind of limit and villainize it.
The show isn't just a way to embrace culture, but to get the whole campus community involved and to make sure everyone feels safe and welcome. For Uindy TV, I'm Kendall Pearson.
Thank you, Kendall. I think it's great that Uindy is doing this. Are you going to the drag show tonight?
I am planning to. I love drag. I don't know if the Uindy community is up RuPaul's Drag Race like I am, but it is amazing. What about you?
I think I'll go. I forgot that it was tonight, but now I know. That package was amazing, so I'm excited.
Right?
Are you excited?
I really love that package. I'm super excited. I'm so excited to see what drag Uindy comes up with. I've never been to one of these, so yeah, I'm super pumped.
All right, well, we'll be back with Jace Hodge and your current weather forecast after this.
Good morning, Greyhounds.
Your weekly dose of Greyhound entertainment.
I think if you watch our team, they have fun. You know, they have fun playing.
There's so much that you can do to get the most out of yours.
Our alumni care deeply about the success of this university.
Come here. Watch Good Morning Greyhounds every Saturday at 9 a.m. Catch us on Uindy TV's YouTube channel and Xfinity channel 1096.
Thanks, guys. Looking into today's current weather, 60 degrees outside, very windy as a front is pushing through. There's a low pressure system that is sat currently over Lake Michigan, bringing some rain and some snow to the northern parts of Michigan and Wisconsin. Lucky for us, it's that high enough that that rain and snow is not affecting us currently. So some clear weather throughout the day as we head into sunset. 55 degrees outside. but it will get a little bit cooler heading into the rest of the week. A cold front is going to begin pushing through as a high pressure system comes down from Canada. We'll get into that in a little bit though. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Jace. The IU Indies men's basketball team found themselves in a dangerous situation Sunday when their team bus caught on fire. The IU Indy Athletic Department said the fire occurred after their game against Northern Kentucky due to a mechanical issue. Head coach Paul Corsaro said the team heard a loud sound and found the tire blew near the gas tank. The whole team as well as staff members were quickly evacuated as soon as the fire began. No one was hurt, but Corsaro estimates that over $20,000 of team equipment and gear was destroyed. The team made it safely back to Indy.
Shamar Dungan was sentenced to 105 years behind bars. He was convicted of murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, and disorderly conduct in January. This incident stretches back to 2022 when Duncan fired shots at Dutch soldiers outside a Hampton Inn in Indianapolis. Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears said, "This case is yet another example of the toxic and tragic combination of guns and alcohol." The defendant chose to escalate an already resolved conflict when he picked up his weapon, murdered Dutch Corporal Simi, and shot his fellow soldiers. Duncan is just 22 years old and was 20 at the time of the incident.
Investigations are underway after IMPD was involved in a shooting near the east side Tuesday morning. IMPD Chief Chris Bailey said that around 6:15 a.m., a suspect shot by an IMPD officer was pronounced dead at a local hospital. Officers first responded to a report of an assault on East Washington Street. However, during their investigation, an officer saw a man who he believed had an active warrant for his arrest. After a confrontation, the man was shot and taken in critical condition to the hospital. The officer who fired his gun is now placed on administrative leave, a standard procedure for officer-related shootings.
A man was taken into custody following his alleged threatening of firefighters responding to a house fire on Indy's southeast side. While attempting to extinguish the fire, 2 male occupants of the residence started to make aggressive verbal threats toward the firefighters. One man indicated he would, quote, "get his gun and shoot them all" if they continued to break windows in order to ventilate the fire. Video footage captured one man throwing rocks at firefighters and attempting to retrieve his gun from the burning home. One man was arrested for interference of firemen and disobeying orders from law enforcement. However, the other man was simply removed from the scene.
The Indianapolis Neighborhood Housing Partnership recently celebrated a milestone, their 100th affordable home. They're not stopping there. The goal is to reach 200 homes. Over the past few years, home prices in our area have jumped by 46%, making it tougher for many, especially seniors on fixed incomes, to find affordable places to live. To tackle this, new initiatives are popping up. Compass on Washington now offers 36 fully furnished one-bedroom apartments. Residents here get connected to various social services through Horizon House, aiming to provide not just housing but also support. The St. Lucas Lofts complex recently opened its doors, offering 48 units for families, earning 30% to 50% of the area median income. While challenges remain, these efforts show a strong commitment to making Indianapolis a place where everyone can find a home.
The Colts have teamed up with Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield to launch Classroom Quarterbacks. This program recognizes school faculty who go above and beyond for their students, schools, and communities. 10 finalists will be selected based on their degree of positive impact and their commitment to their community, but only one wins. The winner will receive multiple prizes, such as Colts tickets and a $2,500 donation to their school. You can apply until April 8th.
The NFL Combine started yesterday, and more than 300 of college football top players will be heading to Lucas Oil Stadium this weekend for it. Top NFL executives and coaches will be in town, evaluating the prospects throughout the week with interviews, medical examinations, workouts, and drills, all in anticipation for the NFL draft happening late April. Indianapolis has been hosting the Combine since 1987. Fans can watch the top NFL prospects for free on first-come, first-served basis by downloading the NFL One Pass app to claim their free tickets through March 2nd.
At 67, Neveline Burks is proving that age is no barrier to education. While many her age are retired, Burks is busy studying at Martin University, working toward a psychology degree with hopes of becoming a psychiatrist. A high school dropout at 16, Burks later earned her GED, but it was a tragic news story that pushed her to return to school. Seeing reports of violence against women, she felt compelled to take action. Now attending classes 2 nights a week, she's embracing the challenge, even learning how to use computers. More than a diploma, Burks wants to inspire younger generations and make a real impact. Here I am at 67, and I'm going to do it, she said, proving it's never too late to chase a dream.
The Indianapolis Zoo has exciting news. Surrey the orangutan has given birth to a healthy male baby. This is the mother's second baby she's had at the zoo, her first one being Mila in 2016. A spokesperson for the zoo said mom and baby are doing great and the team is thrilled. This birth now makes the orangutans a family of 12 at the Indianapolis Zoo. That's a lot of monkeys.
I know that is a lot of monkeys. I love baby monkeys. They're so cute, but when they grow up, they get really scary.
Really?
Yeah, especially chimpanzees.
You know what I want?
So
I want
cute.
a finger monkey. Have you seen those?
No.
You haven't seen those?
No. I probably have, but I haven't, I don't have a name for it.
Well, I want a finger monkey. Jace, do you think that the monkeys are cute?
I think they're so cute. I think they're so cute. I think it's awesome. I think it's cool. But guys, speaking of cool, some cooler weather is heading into the area over the course of the weekend. Saturday will be 45. That low pressure will be moving out of the way. Some moisture will be in the area overnight tonight into Saturday morning. Some rain to the north and east of Indianapolis as the day goes on. But that'll stay out of the way on Sunday. Sunday, the high pressure moves in, a cold front pushes through on Saturday, and Sunday will be sunny and clear, 37 degrees. The high pressure means drier weather, cooler weather, and no moisture in the air, meaning no rain. And it'll be clear all day on Sunday. But as that moves its way through, a system from the Pacific is making its way to the east. That'll lead to some cloudy weather on Monday, as a low pressure will be sitting over Chicago heading into Tuesday. That'll stretch down to the southwest, causing some severe weather in the south and some rain and thunderstorms for us here in Indianapolis. Should be some interesting weather on Tuesday evening and afternoon. But when we come back, some national news. Back with you guys on the desk.
National, local, campus. Headlines you won't find anywhere else. From the White House to your community, we've got you covered. Stay informed and stay connected. Don't miss out on the stories shaping our world. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Uindy TV News.
Thank you, Jace. The gunman who held the intensive care unit staff hostage at UPMC Memorial Hospital in Pennsylvania killed a police officer and injured 5 others. The man, Diogenes Archangel Ortiz, did this because he believed that the hospital could have tried harder to treat his sick wife. On the 21st, Ortiz was removed from the hospital by security after becoming emotionally overwrought due to his wife's diagnosis having no other available treatment. Ortiz returned to the hospital Saturday morning with a backpack containing a firearm, zip ties, and duct tape, holding staff members hostage before being killed in a shootout with police.
New information regarding the case against Brian Kohberger, the man accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students, has been released. The information comes from an unsealed transcript of hearing on whether to suppress evidence. Defense attorneys argued that police never sought warrants to analyze DNA found at the crime scene, nor did they get warrants to analyze the DNA of potential relatives that had been submitted to the genealogy database. Kohberger's trial is expected to begin August, and no cameras will be allowed in the courtroom. Prosecutors have said they will seek the death penalty if he is convicted.
A nationwide egg shortage is hitting grocery stores as a wave of bird flu sweeps through chicken farms. This forces farmers to cull millions of hens. The virus has been found in many states, causing a sharp decline in egg production and forcing prices to soar. This is causing grocery chains to limit how many cartons customers can buy. Farmers are working to contain the outbreak, but with no clear end in sight, consumers are feeling the pinch. The USDA is closely monitoring the situation, and while efforts are underway to repopulate flocks, experts warn it could take months for production to stabilize. Until then, shoppers should expect higher prices.
The White House announced yesterday that the administration will determine which media outlets have access to the president. These outlets would be part of a pool that would be allowed in the Oval Office, aboard Air Force One, and to other meetings and events that can't accommodate the full press corps. In her announcement, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said that the White House Correspondents Association should no longer have a monopoly. She explained that the White House should be allowed to determine the makeup of the pool on a day-to-day basis. The Associated Press, along with thousands of Americans, say this is infringing on the First Amendment rights to freedom of speech and the press.
President Trump has approved a major distribution declaration for Kentucky. All 120 counties in Kentucky reported flooding after 3 to 8 inches of rain fell beginning on February 14th. So far, 22 people have died from the floods and cold weather. This approval will open up additional funds for local governments and people affected. It includes grants for temporary housing, home repairs, and loans to cover uninsured property loss.
Yosemite employees reportedly hung an upside-down American flag, which traditionally signals a distress call. This was protest to the recent downsizing that took place as part of Trump's administration cost-cutting initiatives. Gavin Carpenter, a maintenance mechanic at Yosemite, supplied the flag and helped hang it. He said, "We're bringing attention to what happens to the parks, which are every American's properties. It's important to take care of them, and we are losing people here. It's not sustainable if we want to keep the parks open." Parks officials nationwide continue to raise concerns about how the abrupt federal firings will impact the National Park Service as a whole.
TikTok often gets a bad rap with the assumption that it's only for teens to show off their singing and dance moves. But that's not the case for a mother in St. Louis. Her little girl got a diagnosis soon following the urging of TikTok users to take her to the doctor. Jordan Burrell has the story.
With her not being mobile, that was a big red flag for me.
Rain Lee, a mother of 3 under 3, says earlier this month her 2-year-old daughter Willow just stopped walking.
Willow and Winnie, they always play with each other. They're known for walking down the hallway to their room.
And when that stopped, Lee says she knew something was wrong. As a young mother, she took to TikTok.
What is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who can I ask? You know, and I'm like, I can ask a million people, but at the same time, like if I post this video, I know on TikTok, you know, it's a nice platform. It's a lot of people on there, like nurses, doctors, just people, mothers.
The video blew up in hours with 30 million views to date. The comments flooded with advice, guidance, but most importantly, a plea to the mother to take Willow to the hospital.
They say take her to the hospital. They say something is wrong, like this is serious. Let's do it.
Do not play by my daughter.
And then he told us that she was like diagnosed with rickets.
Rickets, a severe form of vitamin D deficiency, most commonly seen in children. Symptoms include delayed growth and motor skills, as well as muscle weakness.
I've never heard of rickets before. Like, I've never heard of it my whole life. We know rickets is very rare.
Rickets is more of a severe form of vitamin D deficiency.
Dr. Bakale says he hasn't seen a case of the bone disease in more than 10 years. In most cases, supplements can cure rickets. Willow now has a feeding tube to make sure she gets the nutrients she needs. With that and physical therapy, she's expected to make a full recovery.
I just want my daughter to know it's something that she will get through.
With the help of her parents, 2 sisters, and now her new family on TikTok.
It says, enjoy your gift. I saw your story on TikTok, and I wanted to purchase something that I thought she would enjoy.
Reporting in St. Louis, Jordan Burrell, First Alert 4.
Thank you, Jordan. In other news, Blue Origin launched its 10th space tourism mission yesterday morning. The 6 crew members on the flight named themselves the Perfect 10. Launch commentator Eddie Seifert said that it makes perfect sense since this is the 10th human flight. The crew members come from all different backgrounds, including one being a Spanish TV host and another being a reproductive endocrinologist. The 6th person on the flight has asked to remain anonymous. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that TikTok story was crazy. I can't imagine being a mother and, millions, thousands of people telling you to take your kid to the doctor.
Of course, and then they find out she has a rare bone disease.
I mean, yeah, like
that's
the
so
first
sad.
case in how
when
many
that package
years?
was playing, and I literally, I frowned. I was like, that's so,
I
that's
know,
genuinely
that's so sad.
so
I hope
sad.
that she's okay.
Yeah, I hope that she's okay too.
Well, thank you for tuning in to Uindy TV News.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram and at Uindy TV and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated on all your campus, local, and national news.
You can also watch all other Uindy TV productions on Xfinity Channel 1096.
As always, have a good night.
And be safe, Indy.